What's up, guys? I hope your guys' day is going sexy and all that. You already know. I'm at this spot today where I stand on this fine thingy right here, and then there's the firehouse right there. Thank you, fellow firefighters. And then for some reason, they forgot to turn off their lights at the high school, but it is what it is. Or maybe they didn't, who knows? It's just like 11:30 at night. So, I mean, maybe. But hey, here we are. Life is good. We are beautifully exquisite, divine. You already know. I just got done working 10 hours, guys. I mean, that's nothing. But when you're, what my job is, again, is what I do is I lift boxes and I put them on the truck. You know what I'm saying? I work at FedEx and shit. Let's put our phone away. Anyways, so, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm the guy that's getting all the boxes on the conveyor belt and putting it in the right truck. That you're welcome. You know what I mean? You got your package from Amazon. You're welcome. You saw that it was smashed. Yeah, a lot of I try to carry it because, like, karma, but I don't know, it's hard. It's a lot of boxes. You ever seen your package, like, smashed or some shit? It's because, they're just throwing it. Yeah, I know, it's fucked. But they get annoyed and or they're stacking them and there's a heavy box is, like, smashing your box. Yeah, it's crazy shit, I know, but that's why. Sorry about that. FedEx, gotta love it. And as long as they get it to your house, right? That's what matters. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I've heard of UPS, they don't allow that shit to fire you. So, needless to say, where I'm at, pretty poor management. They don't care. But anywho, not yibber yabbering about that. I'm dead. I've never said that before. That's the first time. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Maybe I will. But shout out the moon as always. Just enjoy the simple things, guys. Always. God damn, I'm so beat. I'm sorry, but I'm still doing these videos, man. I'm still doing these videos. Never gonna stop. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to show you guys the world. I'm trying to see the world. But, like, I got to make a thing where on the weekends I'm going somewhere cool, somewhere pretty, and then I'm vlogging there, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to. You notice, like, every day, every video I've been making is just nighttime vlogs. So it's whatever. Honestly, I don't even care because the nighttime is beautiful. You know what I mean? We're chilling. We're coexisting nonetheless. So that's what matters. But, yeah. This one's honestly a part 2 of the last video I did, which is how you can incarnate on any timeline of Earth or any timeline of the human game, right? The Earth game. But this is a continuation off of that. You know what I mean? Because there's way more that I could have covered. So I'm going to cover that this time around. As you listen to the crickets, you hear that shit? They're listening too. I think they're like right there. But this one's about, what happens when you're done with Earth, with the Earth game. When your soul has learned the lessons that it's needed to learn, your karmic cycles, whatever, you've actually been doing your due diligence and raising your frequency, all that shit. So it's like when you're breaking those karmic loops, I've got to get a good angle because there's good lighting over there. Look at, so you know what I mean? When you're broken, I can't even talk. And when you no longer need to experience fear of separation, so when you've actually been doing that, when you've actually been doing your work, you know what I mean? Raising your awareness and consciousness to see the beyond the 3D fear, separation, duality, paradigm, and you've actually been awakening into the 5D, and actually acting on unconditional love and unity and harmony, whatever, you're actually doing your shit. Because it's a school, what we doing, right? Earth is a school for sure, for sure. When you're done with that, then you can transcend, if you will, to the higher planes, the higher density realms, the different star systems that run differently beyond human form and the ways of existence of human, you know what I mean? Because that's how infinite everything is. Why the hell would the humans be the only one, you know what I mean? They ain't. So it's like once you really graduate this Earth game, because Earth is just one of the schools in a massive cosmic university. And right now, guys, this is college. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of college. But sorry, someone was walking their dog, and it's like I could hear it very clearly. I'm like, you guys gotta calm down. Anywho, but yeah. And honestly, too, though, at that, Earth is one of the hardest games. And that's how brave every one of us chose to incarnate here on this Earth game. Because it's so hard, if you will. It's one of the hardest ones, the Earth game with the humans. So it's like, you knew how hard it was going to be. You were going to you're such a high vibrating being. You were going to reset your vibes so you can come down and forget it and help people, help the collective during this time and this timeline even of awakening. And so that you're brave, and I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of myself, of course, but you gotta be proud of yourself, man. That's just a bunny. Anywho, and that's why like sometimes you feel so tired. Except for today, I'm tired because of the work. But you know what I mean. That's just besides of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a tiring day. It's a tiring life. But we're strong, and that's what matters. You know what I mean? And that's why you can seem so heavy, right? We're so empathic. We can take up everyone's emotions and energies as our own. It's just like, no, it's not you. But rather because you're just not because you're not just living a life, or actually you get tired, you get heavy because you're not just living a life, right? That's how infinite you are, that you're integrating entire dimensions of consciousness into this human experience. But all at this one time, you're, having experience in a different planet, in a different form, whatever. But you're integrating everything that you're learning through this human experience, taking it with you. Because you are a bridge, the connection between other worlds. And that's why it's like when you do wake up, you do help the collective because we're all connected, right? The more you do that, the more you're healing everyone around you, truly. And then people are going to wake up and do the same. It's a popcorn effect. It's a beautiful popcorn effect. But don't underestimate the light that you have. Everyone is waiting for your light. You know what I mean? Waiting for your light. And a lot of us are sleeping on our light, our talents. You know what I mean? Just do it. Like, so when you keep doing your earth game here, right? When you keep learning your lessons, you're vibrating high. You're not acting out of the egoic needs and desires, right? Everything just works in your favor, bro. It's just like, come on. You gotta trust me on that. Because for so long, I used to not believe it either, I was like, damn. This is before I got out of that victim mentality, you know what I mean? Once I got out of that victim mode, saw everything was happening for me, boom, everything started to shift in my favor for real. But when you're down here, you don't reincarnate on Earth anymore. You could choose to, but it's just like once you really up to your frequency, why would you want to? You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you instead shift to a higher density planet or star system that resonates with the frequency and shift that you've made, right? That you've went through, just to reflect that shift. So you do what you gotta do here. Oh, the firefighter. You can hear it. Hope they're okay. Anyways, and then after that, once you're done with this vibration, right, you go to the higher plane vibrations. So that's why it's like you're here to raise your vibration. Also, remember that you are a higher vibrating being already. You just forgot it. You're learning, you're remembering, you're helping the collective, acting out of unconditional love, service to others. You know what I mean? Realizing the truth of this reality and of reality. Because when you do that, again, you're helping other people awaken out of the illusion of separation, out of the duality. You help them think for themselves, and you help them go stepping within themselves to access their higher self, to open the third eye if they want to, or if they're even ready to, right? Because obviously not every soul is ready to do that, but you will act as a light, a beacon for the souls that are ready to help them open the third eye, to help them reconnect to their higher self and other selves across the infinite freaking multiverse and universe, even. It's so infinite, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm talking about places like Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, places where thoughts create instantly because the vibration is so much higher out there. Where there's no war, there's no hierarchy, there's no survival games, there's no ego shit because they transcended that. They live in union, in unity, in utopia even. Everything is telepathic. It's faster. It's a higher vibrating love vibration. It's more than love. It is. And it's beautiful. I can feel it right now. It's like very nostalgic. But that's the point. We bring that knowledge here in this timeline, on this earth, to help people, help the collective because it's all connected during this time of awakening, to remember that we're more, that we're vibrating beings, experiencing a form. We're not so low and serious and separate. No, we're so much more. So the more you access this information, when you keep doing you, right, you keep meditating, you align them chakras, you allow for these info just to flow through you easily. And so you could help the collective, so you could transmit by creating, by being, whatever. Because we need your light. The world needs your light during this time. You know? In those places up there, reincarnation is conscious. There's no veil because they transcended that. You remember who you are fully up in those higher realms. You speak through light, you move through intention, you love without fear. Because again, fear is an illusion, it's a choice. And that's why there's a lot of control structures on this planet that keeps you in fear, so you don't access that love frequency. Because love is a higher light, a higher vibration, it wins, right? So that's why the more you act out of love, unconditional love, you're helping people. You're helping you, not just you actually, but people, everyone around you. The collective, I'm telling you guys, we need you. So keep standing in your truth. Keep remembering who you are. Speak through the light, you know what I mean? Through the dark times. Speak your light. Move through your intentions with intentions. Act on the intentions that you set. Love without fear, because there's only thing that's stopping you is the false fear that we give ourselves. But as long as you're acting in love and you're feeling that love that is within your heart, especially when you're meditating and you're connected to your heart consciousness, you are not, bro. You got the world in your hands. You know what I mean? You could do it. It's moving on the other side of that step of false fear that we give ourselves. There is no fear. I used to be. I feared for so long. What was it doing? Nothing. Hey, moon. It wasn't doing shit. You know what I mean? No, seriously, look at the moon. I'm like, hey, moon. But anyways, you probably already lived there, right? Or you're probably living there now because we're so infinite in these other star systems. It's just like you came here to help, and you just dropped into Earth to help waken up everyone. You chose it. That's why you're so strong of a soul. Because you chose to come here. You chose your form. You chose your lifetime. You knew it was going to be hard, but you to help again the people that are ready, the other star seeds, the other light workers, the other souls, to help them remember and reconnect. That's like, bro, that's beautiful, right? That's humbling. You know what I mean? It really is just like, damn. And so it's like, if you felt, guys, if you feel that Earth isn't your home, if you always felt like you were just visiting, that's because you are. You are. And then when you are not visiting this anymore, when you're done, you're going to go visit another planet, another star system, and so forth, right? Because we are cosmic infinite travelers. And you're traveling right now. Sorry, my Earth. What the fuck? My ear was itching. Very itchy. But that's what we're doing right now. We're traveling, we're learning, and remembering that we're traveling and learning. And that's just a beautiful part of this human experience. Forgetting, remembering. But most importantly, remembering. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't evolve linearly because time isn't real. You evolve vibrationally through work, through integration. You know what I mean? Through vulnerability, all these things. It's true. So when your frequency no longer matches Earth, the Earth's density, you'll shift, you'll rise, you'll remember again at higher states of consciousness. So this isn't the end, it never was. It's just the initiation for when you're done with this, you go to the higher planets. You know what I'm saying? That you come from already. And that a part of you already is there as we speak. You just forgot it. You have to be so immersed in this human experience. But when you're finally done and you're doing your due diligence in raising your frequency, helping the collective, most importantly, chasing your dreams. Again, acting out of love, not fear, and of service to others, because that's like a high vibration to act in service to others. I'm really loving that lighting. It's a great effect. And then the moonlighting too. Oh yeah. No, seriously though. Because when you are acting in service to others, it's a great way to act, to put yourself in a positive karmic loop with the universe. Because again, that's you're giving, you will get back. And you're so infinite, you're so abundant. It's also true realizing that you're so infinite, you're not the soul, you are so abundant because you never needed anything to be happy. So that's so abundant in itself. So knowing that you never needed anything to be happy or anyone, it's all within you, that peace, nothing external, all illusion, then like, damn, So abundant. I am so abundant because I don't need anything to be happy. So I am just infinitely blissfully abundant. And that infinitely blissfully abundant is vibration, healing energy. And it's just like when you're in that state of healing and just abundant with nothing, you don't care, you don't care about anything. You don't need it to be happy. That's healing energy that the universe can then tap into you and use you to help people. There's such an abundance of that gratitude energy that you got and blissful healing energy. There's such an abundance of that you act again as a beacon of light for other people to feel that healing energy that you now radiate. And by you doing you and by you being of service to others. So it's like you will get back what you put out. And I remind myself that every day. I do. So just, remember. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget. The moon feels right. You know what I mean? Doing these videos, it feels right. This guy at work said bro, what? He said just basically give up. Or don't give up, but he's like, you gotta just do your coding and then, then you do your videos. No, dude, I do my coding and my videos at the same time. If I were to stop my videos and do coding, I want to be able to do these videos for another 8, maybe a year. That's a year that I'm delaying that I can be growing. You know what I mean? Don't do that and don't limit yourself. Chase multiple visions, but not too many to where you can't handle it. So it's like, no, dude, I'm going to keep doing these videos every day and maybe take 2 days off, whatever. But at the same time, I am teaching myself how to code. It's like, no, dude, because that's how bad I want this, That's how bad. Not that I want it so bad or otherwise I'm not okay, you know what I'm saying? That's the ego. Just, to for this vision that I have to come into fruition, I'm trying to travel the world, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to help people. But I'm doing that right now as we speak, but it's like, I need more time. I need more time, even though time's not real. Everything's gonna work out, man. I feel that. Like, I'm trying to do different videos, you know what I mean? I want to do it during the day. I want to go places and show people, really step out of the same old familiarity of things. But I'm working with what I got, so, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm able to make these videos, even after working for a long time. And then, even after it's doing a nighttime video, fuck it, I guess it's a good vibe. But, I don't know. I need more time, More time. I want to, I just got to do it. Less talking, more doing, huh? I'm going to bring you guys, I'm going to show you. I'll go to the beach, make a video then. It's been a minute. You know. My whole vision, though, is just to get that YouTube plaque. That's what I'm talking about, And it's good to have a goal, and that's one of them. I want that plaque, man. That at least, I worked for this. I've seen this. I felt it in my dreams. Wow. I see it. Anything's possible, guys. Just dedication, consistency, all that. That's what matters. And you know what? I've been doing this for so long. Why wouldn't it come true? For a year now, I guess. Sometimes the ego likes to think, are we even doing this for a reason? Is this worth it? Should we give up? But the real you, the soul, it's like, nah, we keep going no matter what. No matter if we're not seeing the physical for validation change so fast, it doesn't mean, again, that the spiritual realms, the fucking, the realms beyond the physical, they're not assisting, It doesn't mean that nothing's aligning. It is, everything's aligning just because we can't see it. But that's the ego for you. It wants instant gratification and physical proof or validation to know that something will work out. It's all right. Just trust in your heart. Because the heart, the love, right, that defies logic. That defies reasoning. You don't need logic and I guess even reasoning to know that something's true. To know that it's going to work out, because it will. That's just the ego. Alright, we don't listen to the ego around here. Enjoy your human experience, guys. We're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste, lady.